My official title is Executive Director.
Recently, the staff and I discovered that you had many other jobs before coming to Texas CEF. And we're so thankful that none of these worked out for you, because we would have missed out on a wonderful opportunity to work with you. That's because you're just so awesome. We thought it would be appropriate, though, to share these unique jobs that you tried before you found your true calling at Texas CEF, and we're going to show them throughout this video.
He tried to make it as a lumberjack, but he just couldn't hack it, and they gave him the axe.
He tried working in an orange juice factory, but he got canned. Couldn't concentrate.
Hey, Steve, do you remember the first time we had any significant conversation? You were curious as to why the church I was serving had not been there very long, and you had not been in Texas very long. You were curious about why that church had not made any payments on their mortgage for a number of months. And I was curious too. And so finally we got to the bottom of it, got things back on track, and that's a good thing. But I also remember other times. For example, when we used a shredder to destroy a mortgage that we retired at St. John in Cyprus, or when we used the pear burner to do the same thing after one of the services there. I remember when you came and you gave us 7 $1 million bills. Pretty funny. And you told us we were deeply indebted to you. Well, indeed we are. You've been a wonderful, remarkable servant for the Church Extension Fund. Church Extension Fund has been bold and responsible in supporting churches in their mission, helping them build, helping them to update their facilities and continue the mission that they have. Thanks for that. God bless you as you make this transition. And we are deeply indebted, actually not to you, but to God for giving you to us for these years. God bless.
Congratulations, Steve, on your retirement. I thought I'd bring my rocking chair in from my office because it's kind of a symbol of retirement. So I think I'm all ready. Oh, wait a minute. We don't need this tie. Tie isn't part of retirement. That's for work stuff. We just get rid of that. I think now, open up this collar. Oh, wait a minute. I've got to take off my jacket here. All right, now I think we're all ready. Steve, I want to just thank you for the years of service that you've given to the Texas District and CEF. You have put it on a firm foundation, and I know that you worked with me and the mission board and other people to get rid of all of those properties that we had early on in the ministry. Thank you.
After Steve graduated from Northwest University, the only job that he could find was working at a zoo feeding giraffes. Unfortunately, he was fired from that job because he wasn't up to it.
He tried to be a tailor, but he just wasn't suited for it, mainly because it was a so-so job.
Steve Block retiring from Church Extension Fund. Can it be? My goodness gracious sakes alive. What a great job you've done working for Church Extension Fund, Steve. You know, you've heard me say before that behind every successful man is not only a surprised father-in-law, but also a loving, patient, forgiving, supporting wife. And surely that's the case with your dear Sandra. Like me and many others, you married way up, Bubba. Seriously, thank you, Steve, for your faithful service, which, according to my rough calculations, have comprised about 34.5% of your years, your lifetime here on this earth. That's a big chunk of your life that you've contributed to this ministry, and God be praised for the work you've done. And may God be with you and Sandra in the years ahead of your wonderful retirement. The peace of the Lord be with you both.
It all started in 1888. Mr. H.L. France from New Orleans invested $150. In fact, we were cleaning out the corner of the vault at the district office, and we found the money. And so we've still got it. That very first investment is still there. If you believe me on that, I have a building I'd like to sell you and some swampland.
Hello, Steve. You'll probably remember over 15 years ago when you came and checked out our church property for building our church campus here. You were walking around on that property and you found a number of silver dollars. What a neat thing to find. It was like a sign from God that it was meant to be. And through you and Church Extension Fund, you were able to give us the loan we needed to build this wonderful church campus. And we thank you so much. You've made a huge difference in my life. You made a big difference in our church's life and all throughout our community. Again, thank you so much. God's blessings to you.
Steve, I thank God for you. We've been down many roads. When I was here on the Presidium many years at the Texas District, and we walked down that road together, and then the projects you do at Redeemer, and we're working on a project right now with you. And then Steve, as your pastor of you and Sandy, what a road that is. But you know what? The best road, and it's always been there in all the roads, you've been a good friend, and I wish you well.
Steve Block and I have worked together for the last 25 years. As I reflect on those years, I think about my time with Pam and our two daughters, Emily and Carrie. After the amount of time that I spent with them, Steve would probably be next. March the 28th, 2005, we were all together here at the Doubletree for the 16th Annual CEF Conference. During the Sunday morning worship, we heard a cell phone ring. I learned later that it was my sister Beth. She was calling Pam to let her know that our mom had died earlier that morning. After we got home, it wasn't long before the doorbell rang. And it was Steve Block. I will forever remember my coworker, Steve, coming to be with me during one of the saddest days in my life. I don't remember what Steve and I talked about during the time that we were together, but I will always remember him taking the time to come and be with his coworker, to come and be with me. It's my belief that over the 25 years, there were other times that Steve also was with others, sharing that compassion, sharing that care with them, whether it was here at the office or throughout the congregations of the Texas District. That's the Steve Block that I will always remember.
He wanted to be a barber, but he just couldn't cut it.
He used to work at Starbucks, but he had to quit. He got tired of the same old grind.
Steve tried his hand at being a chef, but it just didn't pan out for him.
He tried working in a muffler factory, but it was so exhausting.
Congratulations, Steve, on your retirement from Texas Church Extension Fund. May God bless you in the years ahead in your retirement.
Steve, congratulations on your retirement. What a blessing you've been, not only to Church Extension Fund, but a great blessing to our church, and what a blessing to me personally. I wish you health and happiness in your new stage in life. God bless you.
You've been a blessing. You've been blessed to bless many, and you have. And so I say that to you. The Lord will continue to bless you and Sandy. You enjoy that blessing the Lord's going to give you.
Cheers to you, Steve, and have a great retirement.
He tried to be a musician, but he just wasn't noteworthy.
It's been fantastic working with you.
I used to be a banker, but I lost interest.